Hey guys, this is for Gemini. I hope your days are going really good. I'm holding a pen. I don't know why I'm holding a pen. Okay, I'm not holding a pen anymore, you guys. We're good. So, we're going to be doing something a little bit different in these videos. So, we're going to be focusing on basically empowering you guys, right? The whole point of the spiritual movement is to empower, never to disable. So, we're going to be focusing on empowering you guys, kind of seeing where you're at in your journey. But mainly, I'm going to be focusing on where you guys are at in relationships, because I know a lot of us are experiencing some rather tumultuous times. I got my chapstick here. Hold on. There we go. So, yeah, we're going to be focusing on this, and this is the Who Am I Without Them tarot spread, okay? And it sounds like kind of a bleak title, but it absolutely isn't. This is supposed to be very empowering and very refreshing, and so that's what we're doing for Gemini. This will just be June 2018, okay? So just stay with me. And these cards, by the way, are the Fountain Tarot, okay? And I'm also going to be using the Energy Oracle cards as well, okay? So, you guys, if you like these videos, please like, share, and comment, and please subscribe if they resonate with you. It makes it so more people will see them on YouTube, and I think a lot of people could use help any way that they can get it, whether it's from me or from anybody. I would really appreciate it if you guys shared the videos and liked. And with that, let's start your reading. So, this is the who are you like with them? So, what role did you play in the relationship when you were with them? Okay, so let's see. I get the Moon in reverse. So this to me is interesting. So this could have been a relationship that started out with someone who was a cheater. This could have been a relationship who started out with someone who was hiding you away, like you were having an affair, or there could have been something along those lines. The reason I say that is because the Moon usually deals with subconscious aspects, and when I see it in reverse, I feel like it's making the hidden even more hidden. So it could have started with a secret, with an affair, with something along those lines. And so, who were you in this relationship? I feel like you were someone who was trying to bring a sense of calmness to this person. I don't feel like this person was resonating with that message, but that's what I feel. So who were you in this relationship with this person? You were someone that was trying to bring something new to this person. You were trying to fit into a role where you could essentially prepare this person for a lighter way of looking at life. Does that make sense to you guys? That's what I'm seeing. So let me know in the comments if that makes sense, because that's what I'm seeing here. So in this relation, what limited your relationship? So that's our next question. What limited your relationship? And I get the World in reverse. Wow, there's some powerful energy here. So we get the Moon in reverse and we get the World in reverse. So what I see is what limited your relationship was there was a sense of stagnation. And I feel like it was from a fairly early point. When I say stagnation, it's like you guys would be communicating, there would just be a cutoff point where you couldn't move forward anymore with what you were saying. Like, there could have been anger, there could have been drinking, there could have been any number of things, but there was a certain point where things just stopped and the conversation could not continue forward in any way whatsoever. Hold on. Just thinking here. So, and I know, buddy, I know you want to... I got my cat up here, and he's telling me how to do the readings. He's a backseat tarot reader. So, I do feel like there was a sense of maybe you took on a parental role for this person. In relationships, we should be teaching each other. We shouldn't be parents to each other, because that can get into some weird areas. But we should be teachers, where we're constantly like moving back and forth between teacher and student. We're saying, okay, I'm ready for you to teach me something, and then later on, they're ready to receive lessons from you, and it keeps going like that. Because when we're in that constant teacher-student relationship with each other, where we're constantly learning, we're putting time and effort into the relationship to grow into something a lot more beautiful than just two people. The relationship kind of takes on its own its own identity and its own sense of self. And it's a beautiful thing when that starts to happen, when there's this union. But I sense that there wasn't a lot of respect that was given. So that's what I'm feeling here. It's like I don't feel like there was respect that was given. I feel like you respected them. I don't feel like they respected you. So that kind of makes it tricky, but that's what I'm feeling. So if you clicked on this video, I applaud you for doing so, because it was kind of a difficult title to look at and to be like, oh, I need to hear this. So I really appreciate you guys doing that, because the spiritual work, this is what it's about. This isn't going to get a lot of people's attention, and I'm not doing it to get a lot of people's attention. I'm doing it to help the people that are in the thick of things right now, and that they can focus on that, okay? So that's what we're focusing on. So why would I want to be alone is the next question. And I see the Seven of Cups. Now this is an interesting... This card, as you can see here, you have choices. You have a lot of different choices that you can make. The Seven of Cups is about choices. So I feel like when you were with this person before, there wasn't a lot of choices. And again, secrecy is something that I feel like is following around. I feel like there's secrecy, secrecy, secrecy. So for me now, there's choices that you can make, where before there was only kind of like burned bridges that you could cross. Now there's actually places you can go to. You can actually be around other people. I do feel like this person wasn't... He didn't have a lot of connections, or she didn't have a lot of connections to the outside world. So I do feel like there's this sense of like, okay, well now I can connect with the outside world if I want to. I don't have to ask their permission or worry about them getting jealous or worry about blah, blah, blah. Like, you can just focus on your connection to the world and building that up into something that you can start to see is actually fruitful, and there actually is a benefit to it. Whereas this person, I feel like, would talk you down when you tried to connect with the outside world in some way. Like, am I not good enough for you? Kind of a thing. And it's like, it's not about you being good enough. It's about me wanting connection with other people besides you. Not necessarily in a romantic way, but in a way where it's like, I have friends, I have family, I want to connect with people. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing there. And then this is who am I without them? And I see the King of Coins in reverse. And when I see the King of Coins in reverse, I feel like you are someone who is looking, possibly you're looking for your own career path to take. You're looking for some sort of stability. So when we see who are you without them, I see that you're someone, you feel like there's probably a lack of safety or a lack of material luxury, right? But you're not that. You are not the material luxury. You are not anything like that. What you are is someone who's experiencing a loss. You're going through that loss, and you're going to come out on the other side stronger than you were before, okay? So this right here of who you are, this is like a kind of like a test of your character. And the only thing you have to do to pass this test is you just have to see that the universe is there and it has your back, okay? Because it does. And you'll see that. This connection that I feel like has happened and you've lost, I don't feel like it was just to mess with you. I feel like there was a reason and there's a lesson behind it, as I do with all things. But especially with this, you just need to focus on healing and recovery. And the way you do that is you treat yourself with kindness, okay? Your own inner voice, your own inner critic, you need to be reading, you need to be doing some psychological work where you can understand that we can be our best friends in our minds, or we can be our worst enemies. And I am not perfect, okay? I have days where I'm my worst enemy, okay? And I'll have weeks where I'm my worst enemy. But then I have a lot of realizations that come up, and I have meditations, and that brings things to light that I can work on, and I can better myself. And then I don't judge myself so harshly, and it just makes things a lot easier, okay? That just makes things a lot easier to understand. So now we're going to be focusing on this question, and I'm going to shuffle the cards here. These ones are the big ones, the Energy Oracle cards. Okay, again, those ones I used before, those were called the Fountain Tarot, and they are just beautiful cards. I really resonate with them, and I think they're awesome. So, one more shuffle. And we get yin yang in reverse. So, what can you do to move forward? You can stop resisting the integration. So if you're resisting sadness, if you're resisting anger, you have to allow yourself to feel those emotions. You can't resist them. You can't run away from them. You can't say this isn't a part of me. What we do is we sit with the emotions, we allow ourselves to feel them, and we don't judge ourselves while we do that. Just like if you want to imagine these emotions as a child, they're trying to get your attention. They're pulling on your shirt. They're trying to say, hey, I'm here, I'm here. And the reason why isn't to make your life any worse. It's actually to make you feel better, because these need to be expressed and these need to be heard. These need to be felt. They are the parts of you that need to heal. And the way that they heal is by getting your attention. And they have you focus on the pain, not in a way where you're going to continually hurt yourself, but in a way where you can look at it and be like, okay, well, I know how to not make that mistake again. Okay, I did that and that was messed up, but you know what? I'm a different person now and I would never do that again to hurt anyone else. And it's about forgiveness and it's about growing. It's never, never, never about staying stuck and feeling like we can never move forward, okay? We make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's just about owning up to those mistakes, realizing we made them, saying, okay, taking accountability, and then moving forward and saying, okay, I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to focus on doing things the right way this time, right? Whatever that happens to be. But also don't put a lot of pressure on yourself either. Just focus on coming from a healing stance where it's sort of like, again, how you would talk to a child, because that's what these emotions are. A lot of these emotions, they're like childlike emotions because we haven't expressed them, and hurt has built on top of them. But once we start to unravel and we start to awaken spiritually more and more, we start to see why we are the way we are, and we start to connect the dots and we see the patterns, and we realize that if we are having a bad day and it's painful, it's only temporary, and we will come back up again and we will be okay. But that's what we need to focus on, okay, you guys? So with that, please like, share, thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would really appreciate it. And liking and sharing makes it so that more people can see this because of YouTube's algorithm. It just makes it so that more and more people can see this, and then I can keep putting out videos, and we can keep building up the community. And that's what I love. Also, you can look at my website down below, and you can also email me. My email's down below too in the description box. So yeah, with that being said, let me know if you guys would be interested in doing sessions or interested in anything like that, because me and my guides focus on energy healing the physical body, energy healing trauma or old traumatic wounds, developing psychic ability, focusing on what your psychic abilities are, like what your strengths and weaknesses are, more on your strengths though, and just kind of developing you into a psychic person if that's something you want to do. And yeah, so we'll go from there, and I love you guys. Namaste. Have an awesome day, and speak with you soon. Bye.